in ourselves, so we can achieve the goals in a good manner. Hmm. Okay, so I think I should share my screen. Please wait. Please wait. Yes, my screen is visible to you all.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, yes. Okay, so today we have topic number 17 from your syllabus. The title of the topic is motivation. What is the motivation we will discuss in this session, and what are the different types actually? Because there is a confusion in regarding this concept motivation among the individuals. So we will discuss how many types of motivations are available, and what is motivational cycle. It means cycle means in a form of circulation. If you have a target in your life, so there is a fixed procedure. There is a fixed procedure to complete that target. So we will be discuss what is that target. So in this course, in this session today, we will be able to discuss meaning and definition of motivation, and intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. It means these are the types of motivation and types of motives. My dear friends, there is a big difference between motives and type of motivation. Motivation, this is in noun form actually, and motives, these are the driving state, or these are the dynamic state of our mind. And then we will be discuss about motivational cycle. It means how a cycle circulate to achieve a specific goal or to achieve a particular target. So there is a role of motivational cycle. For this purpose, you can pursue two books. Sendura Cases Rally, chapter number 9 is available for this topic, and Richard A. Kasusa, Understanding Psychology, Student Edition. You can choose chapter number 12. Last day by asking in group, anyone join? Hmm. So again, there will be a difference between types of motivation and types of motives. So if we talk about the meaning and definition of motivation, uh, anybody from your side can explain or can tell me the general meaning of motivation? Anybody can respond, no problem. You can respond through your personal motivation or personal ideas, because it is something different actually. Definition of motivation in I will say in psychology. Okay, so actually if we talk about definition, so the motivation include the various psychological and physiological factors that causes us to act as a certain way at a certain time. This is the main thing actually, dear students. There is a role of two things: our psychological factors and our physiological factors. It means role of body and mind factors, because these factors create a drive, create a dynamics in our personality, and we act according to those things. For example, if you want to touch the candlestick, flaming candlestick, so if you are touching, your hand will be burned or your finger will be burned, and suddenly you will pull back. You will pull back your hand. Oh shit, it is burnt. It means somebody want to join, I think. Clinton. Clinton, please take care of time, na? So, motivational includes two things: psychological factor and physiological factor. And this is a process, my dear friends. Motivation is the process by which activities are started and directed and continued so that physical or psychological needs or wishes are met. It means in motivational process, we try to make a balance. We try to make a balance between the two things, psychological and physiological needs. For example, a simple example we can take: if you are feeling hungry, if you have hunger in your body, in your stomach, so just you will go to the mess, or you will go to the mess and you will get your favorite food. It means after taking that food, your physical conditions changed, because it was the physical issue, it was the biological issue that we were feeling hunger, because hunger is a biological tension that is very related to our I will say our stomach, functioning of our stomach. So as you are taking food and you are satisfied your hunger, so this is a balance. This is a balance and this is a process. It means motivation is the process again, which activities are started, directed, continued, like this. The word itself come from a Latin word actually, movere, which means to move ahead. If you are feeling hungry, you will move ahead to the canteen or mess, or if you are at home, you will move to your kitchen. If you have another type of motivation like thirst, if you are feeling thirsty, so you will go for water, to the water cooler or to the kitchen. It means you are moving and you have a goal, that through that particular goal your behavior is being redirected. So motivation is what moves people to do the things they do. Psychologists explain motivation and why we experience in different ways. Actually, this is the as I said, this is a balance between our psychological and physiological needs. So there are two basic types of motivation. Again, I would like to clear that types of motivation and types of motives, there are two things, both are different. So first we are going to discuss types of motivation, not types of motives. Motivation, this is a noun actually, this is in the form of noun, and the motives, these are in the form of I will say drive or tension, right? So before going to discuss about types and types of motives, I will clear a motivational cycle. I think somebody want to join. Yes, Chiranjit Pal. Please take care of time, na? And you were absent in previous classes also, Chiranjit. So please take care of the classes, because end-term examinations are very near and we are going to finish your syllabus at time, so we can revise some topics later. So it is my request to you all, please take care of time in future. Okay. So first, before going to start types of motives or types of motivation, I will clear the motivational cycle, because this is very basic and it is very important to know. So as I have told you that there is a fixed cycle for each goal. Actually, motivational cycle depends on the type of goal or type of target, right? So motivational cycle have three component, my dear friends, and this is a stage actually. Motivational cycle is a transition of states within an organism that achieve his goal or satisfied to their needs. So psychologists used the concept of need to describe the motivational properties of behavior. So we can say that it is a this is a state of motivation that have three components: need, drive, and incentive. Okay, actually, I am asking a general question. If I am putting a general question to you, uh, you have all uh, laptop or computer with you at home or at your office. We can say you all have a laptop or computer. So, and there is a operating system in each computer that is called Windows, Windows 10, Windows 8. In the same way, we have our mobile, and in that mobile, we have different kinds of software or operating systems. Because if in the absence of operating system, in the absence of uh, software, Pi, Gingerbird, all these things, Windows 10, our machine will not work. Why? Because there is a system, there is a operating system, and there is a processor. So in the same way, in real life also, when we have different types of target in our daily life, so we use three things. First thing or first component is the need. Second component of motivational cycle, drive. And third component of the motivational cycle is incentive. Actually, without need, we will not motivate. You are pursuing this course, BA Honors English. This is a 3-year course because you have requirement of a degree. And to get this course or to achieve this course, you will do many efforts, or you will feel some tensions in your mind, how you will complete, how many semesters will be there, how I will pursue the examination, like this. And after that, in the last moment, you will get an incentive outcome. It means outcome of your effort. For example, example of hunger we can take. You are feeling hungry, so this is a requirement. This is a requirement, it means this is the need. And to satisfy that need, you will drive. It means you will do some efforts, or you will feel some psychological tension in your mind. And if your efforts are positive, or if your efforts are good, then you will get some incentive in the form of food. When you get incentive, so you achieve your goal. It means you are satisfying to your hunger, right? So this type of cycle, this motivational cycle, actually works in daily life to complete the different daily life requirements or daily life targets, right? So following these are three components. First is major component is need. Actually, need means there is a need is a lack of deficit or some necessity. It is a state of physical deprivation that causes tension within an individual. The tension caused when the organism is deprived of basic necessities of the life as food, water, sleep causes the internal environment of an organism to be imbalanced. So requirement create a imbalance in our body. If I am taking the example of hunger, so what hunger will do? Hunger will create a physiological tension in my stomach. So the imbalance caused by the need arouses the individual to maintain its balance. How I will maintain this thing? Just I will go to the canteen, or just I will go to the kitchen and I will take my food. But how I will take? I will do some efforts. I will feel some tension. So need is the basic or primary element for the motivation. In real life also, you can use this example in real life. on different levels. We have sometimes we have some small goals or small targets in our life. For example, there is a target in front of you. You will get a B honors degree in English. uh, it means this is a requirement. Then this requirement, if this requirement is satisfied, you will go for PG program, post graduation course. Then it will be fulfilled properly or in a positive manner. You will do some research degree like MPhil and PhD. Somebody will go for UGC NET. It means we can say that without a requirement, nothing is in motivation. So this is a lack of material need. Second element is uh, drive. Actually requirements or drive uh, leads to effort or leads to some tension, which is the second step towards achieving goal. Drive can be how we can define this concept drive. So, drive can be defined as the state of tension or arousal produced by the need. On first stage, which tension was produced by the requirement, that is the form of drive. And the drive can also be considered as the original source of energy that activates an individual. It means, for example, you can take when an individual or when a person is hungry and so thirsty, so the person seeks to reduce this drive by eating food or drinking water. It means drive act as a strong, persistent stimulus to push an organism towards its goal. Right. So need is the basic element that created drive within us, and drive is the result of the need. So drive involve different types of tension, different types of effort, and when we do the effort in a positive manner, and if you are getting positive response, it means incentive. So your achievement of your goal will be the outcome of your efforts. In this way, in daily life, we can use different types of we can use this motivational cycle to achieve small goals of our life, right? So it is dear friends, it is a motivational cycle. There are, again I am summarizing, there are three types of elements: need, drive, and incentive. So the need means a requirement. You have a requirement, and to fulfill that requirement you are doing some efforts. It means in the form of drive. And when you are doing effort in positive manner, or you are reducing your tension, then you will get some incentive or outcome, and on the basis of outcome you are achieving your goal, right? I think it is clear. You can ask any question regarding this motivational cycle. Okay. So as I have said you before going to start types of motivation, we had discussed motivational cycle.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Hello. Okay. So now I am coming after motivational cycle on types of motivation. Actually, motivation we can divide into two broad category. So when anybody will say how many types of motivations, so according to psychological studies or according to some management studies, we can divide motivation into two parts. The first is intrinsic motivation and second extrinsic motivation. So actually intrinsic motivation, it is based on our internal sources, and extrinsic motivation, it is based on our external sources, I will say. So a type first I am clarifying the meaning of uh, external motivation. Extrinsic motivation is a type of motivation in which a person performs an action because it leads to an outcome that is separate from uh, external to the person. Example, spend hours with the sport. For example, there may be two things, my dear friend. If you want to play any game like badminton, football, cricket, so there may be two things. You can play for yourself and you can play for others. So if you are playing that game for others or to get some external rewards, so this will be called extrinsic motivation or external motivation. On the other hand, we have a second type of motivation, intrinsic type of motivation. It means a type of motivation in which a person performs and actions because the act itself is rewarding or satisfying in some internal manner. Simple difference I will clear simple difference between these. When you are doing any activity to satisfy others, that is the extrinsic motivation, and when you are doing your efforts to satisfy yourself, that is intrinsic motivation. In extrinsic motivation, like salary may be an external source of motivation. Bonus, perks, organized activities, promotion, grades, punishment, layoffs, all these are the types of extrinsic motivation. And intrinsic motivation or internal motivation, like learning and growth opportunity. For example, if you are pursuing this course, be honors English, so there may be two things. uh, Somebody want to fulfill the desires of their parents, their friend circles, and some want to become a learner or a scholar, and some have a curiosity. So all these things actually depend on the type of motivation. So in this category of motivation, there are two types: extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation. Again, I will clear. The extrinsic motivation is based on external sources. If you are getting salary perks like this, these are the source of external motivation. And if you are working for yourself, if you have a curiosity, if you have a feeling of scholastic aptitude, if you want to grow your personality or growth your learning, so this is the type of intrinsic motivation. It means here you are working for yourself, not for others. But in extrinsic motivation, we work for others. So there are two types of motivation, and now types of motives. Again, you have to understand the difference between motives and motivation. Motivation, this is in the form of noun, and motives are the elements which provide us a direction to achieve our goal. So types of motive, actually we can divide types of motive into into three parts: biological motives and social motives and personal motives. Motives means that create a drive in ourselves, that create a tension in ourselves. So we categorized, or psychologists categorized motives into three parts. Biological motives are related to our biological functioning. Social motives are related to our social needs, and personal motives are related to our personal needs or personal achievements. So in sometimes biological motives are called primary motives or primary sources of motivation, and social motives are called secondary types of motives, and personal motives also we can cover it under secondary sources. So there should not be any confusion, because when you will pursue some books or some literature, so there may be some name like biological motives may be defined as primary motives, and social motives may be defined as secondary motives or personal. So actually the source of motivation is the need. as we have discussed in motivational cycle. Again, I can explain. Without need or without requirement, motivation is nothing. For example, if you are feeling hunger, so hunger is a result of our appetite, or result is our biological system. So every type of motive is a type of need here in this picture. If you are observing this, maybe somebody are not able to see this diagram because it is something blur, but today I will share all the ppts, and sorry for the late actually yesterday. So biological motives are primary motives because these are related to our biological functioning, in which we can cover hunger, thirst, need for oxygen, regulation of the body temperature, need for sleep, avoidance of pain, elimination of waste, sex, maternal motives. These are our fully related to our biological things, right? So biological motives are called as physiological motives sometimes, and these motives are essential for the survival of the individual or organism. Such motives are triggered when there is a imbalancement in the body, and the body always try to make a balance or a equilibrium in physical system, that is called a state of homeostasis. In many of its internal homeostasis, this is the term. You will pursue this term in the books which I have provided, or which I. So this balance is very essential for the normal life, because homeostasis helps to maintain internal physiological processes at optimal level. The nutrition level, the fluid level in the body, the temperature level, the sleep level, oxygen level, avoidance of pain, this type. All these provide a, I will say, provide a motivation to us. These are our primary needs. Hunger motives, when you will pursue the book, hunger motives is related to our functioning of our uh, status, sorry, related to our biology, or related to our stomach. Thirst, in daily life we regularly we take different types of fluids or different types of liquid in the form of water and other. These fluids are essential for our body tissues for normal functioning, you know. So these are the, this is also the source. Need for oxygen. Our body needs oxygen continuously, because without oxygen we will not feel comfortable physically. So all these temperature, regulation of temperature, or maintenance of temperature, it is very essential. Need for sleep, if you will not sleep properly, so you will not feel better. Avoidance of pain, in the presence of pain everybody want to reduce this pain, because in the presence of pain we can't do uh, our activities in a good manner, right? Elimination of waste and sex motive. Elimination of waste means, you know, our body have different types of waste, or different types of waste, but in our body there is a automatic waste management function is available. So you know very well. Sex motives, if you have a need of sex, and if you are not doing that thing in a proper manner, or on a regular basis, when we are on a certain level of age, so we can feel imbalanced in biologically. Maternal motive, on a particular stage of life, we need this requirement. After marriage we need this maternal satisfaction. Every woman want to become a mother. So dear friends, these motives are biological motives and first category of motives. If we are satisfied these motives properly or in a good manner, then we come on the social motives, or we think about social motives. It means we can say if our primary or biological, if our hunger or thirst is satisfied, so we can think for another points. In social motives, achievement motive, aggressive, power, acoustic, curiosity, all these things are social motives actually. Actually, everybody want achievement in their life. Everybody want to express aggression. Everybody want power. Everybody want curiosity, acoustic. uh, Acoustic means everybody want affiliation in the society, affiliation with the family. Everybody want approval. Approval means, for example, if you are crossing a certain age level or age group, so you will ask approval for different types of thing. If you want to uh, if you want to go for a tour with your friends, so you will be needed approval of the family members, right? When you have a motive on a particular age, and you are you we are feeling physically good or physically strong, so on a certain point we have some different types of need. So everybody want achievement, everybody want express aggressiveness, everybody want power, acoustic, curiosity. All these are social motives, because these are not related to our uh, biological motives, I will say. On third stage, we can say that we have three third type of motives: personal motives. Although personal motives are social motives in some way, like habit, goal of life, level of aspiration, attitude, and interest. So dear students, these are the types of motives. Yes. So it was about motivation, the concept of motivation. I am summarizing again this topic, and after that, if you have any question, you can ask without any hesitation. So, in motivation, when anybody asks how you will define motivation psychology, so you can say that motivation is a internal drive, or is an internal power, and through that power we try to satisfy our needs, and we try to achieve our goals. So you can explain like this, and you can also explain that this is a balance between psychological and biological factors. So this is the definition of motivation given by psychologist. And when anybody asks about the different types of motivation, so you can tell two types of motivation: extrinsic motivation, intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic means external, intrinsic means internal. It means when when a person show a motivation in which he performs his actions or her actions for other, that is the type of external motivation, or in extrinsic motivation. It means here you are working for others, or you are working for outer sources. In intrinsic motivation, you are working for yourself. There are three types of motives. We can categorize: the biological motives, social motives, and personal motives. Biological motives, these are primary motivation, or these are primary motives, because these are related to our biological system. So sometimes when you will pursue the books, when you will read the book, there may be some different name, like primary motives, physiological motives, for biological motives. Biological motives are related to our physiological system, in which we can include the following points: hunger, thirst, need for oxygen, regulation of the body temperature, need for sleep, avoid of the pain, elimination of waste, sex motive, and maternal motive. If you are making proper balance between these things, so our personality will be healthy. On second type, we have social motives, or in other language, we can say that these are the secondary motives or secondary sources of motivation, in which, because these are related to our psychosocial surroundings, in which we can include achievement motivation, aggressiveness, power, and we can include acoustic, means affiliation, and curiosity. On third stage, we have some types of motivation like personal motives, although most of the times we can cover these motives into social motives category. So our habits, our goal of lives, level of aspiration, our attitude and interest towards the thing, these are personal motives. When we talk that how and what is the process of achieving any goal, so this is depend on the nature of goal, but each completion of the each goal have three components that is known as motivational cycle. Those three components are need, drive, incentive. So need means this is the requirement of our body. If you are fulfilling, you want to fulfill your need, so you will drive, or you will do some effort, or there will be some psychological tension in your mind, and you will achieve some incentive in the form of food. We can say that if we are taking example of hunger, and like this you are achieving your goal. So dear friends, it was about motivation. If you have any query, any question regarding this, you can ask. It was clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was very interesting topic, na?
Yes,
Motivation.
sir.
Hmm. So we can use this motivational cycle, or this theory in our daily life also, because it provided direction to our behavior, and through because everybody have a goal in the life, everybody have goal. So how you are fulfilling your goal, this is depend on the nature of target, or this is depend on the nature of your efforts. So if anybody have any